Hello my dear friends, welcome back to Taska channel. I'm not Miser, the rookie pilot. I'm gonna call myself from now on the RC Screw Up, because yesterday I was flying my beautiful XK520 and I'm a rookie, right? I'm flying in this huge open field, but it has some power cables, power towers in the middle of the field, and I didn't have a better idea than fly around the power cable towers. So what happened? Murphy's Law occurred all the way. I made a mistake flying, and look at what happened. I crashed big time in the power cable tower. The power cable tower got in my way, and look at that. No aileron. This wing is broken. The tip is broken. This engine is broken. My LED lights, look at that. My LED lights are all broken. So I don't know if this plane will fly again, because I'm really concerned about my aileron in here. I don't know if I'll be able to fix it. So I'm gonna try anyway, because I'm determined not to buy a bigger plane like Carbon S Plus or any other beginner plane, like a $250 plane or $300 plane, beginner plane, for me to do that type of screw up. So I better fix this baby. If I cannot fix it, probably I will buy another 50, 60 euro plane until I learn to fly. Oh, no, learn to fly. You need to learn two things, beginners like me. Two things: orientation and distance control. I don't have the distance control or the range where I'm at. So that's what happened. I thought my plane was coming this way, and I thought the power cables or the tower was behind it. But in reality, they were in line. So I was, full throttle, and boom, I crashed. Third mistake, I didn't have the altitude. If I would be flying above the power cables, it wouldn't happen anything. But it did. So that's what happens. Before you learn to fly, before you buy any expensive planes, the first thing you have to do is go fly an open field and learn. Okay? And if you see big obstacles like trees, power towers, houses, or other things, stay away from them for a while until you learn the three things: altitude, to fly in the altitude. You have to orientation and distance control, or distance depth. Let's try to fix this baby. So the first thing we're gonna do, and I'll show you also, you learn here, is how to change the propellers. The propellers in this baby. This propeller, I didn't tell you, it's broken. I will change that propeller as well, because the engine is broken, so I have to change the propeller to fix it. I will take the wheel out so the plane is flat, and I will take the LED lights here in the controller here in the electronics. I will open that and remove the lights. Alright, so hopefully you learn from this video. I will learn to fix this from this video. Hopefully this I'll be able to fix it so this plane would fly again. So we'll see that in the future. Alright, so let's go and fix this baby. Alright, my friends, so before we do anything, let's assess the problems that we have at hand and see what we're gonna do and how we're gonna tackle this issue here. Okay, as I said, first problem that we got is the aileron. We'll do that later. That's the most difficult part, I think. So we'll put this aside. Okay, we have this wing here. You have the tip broken. You have the tip. I have the tip here. This will go here. Okay, and basically it has to go in here. In here. All right. Seems like this is straight cuts, but anyway. If you notice here, besides the engine, this wing is also cracked. Here, more nice crack here. Besides the servo and the engine, I will try to stick some glue in there. Okay, what other problems that we have? The LED lights, of course, they're all torn apart. We have the the left engine completely broken down. The good thing about it is that the wires are not still there, they're intact.
course, this propeller is all bent up. This propeller is all scratched up, but it seems like it's in good condition, but I will change it anyway. And basically that's it. So the thing I'm gonna do first is, of course, take the tail down, the tip down, the leads out, the landing gear out, and of course the leads go here. So I'll screw this and do that. So for that, of course, I have my, I have propellers, spare propellers. I have a little screwdriver. I'll show you. A little screwdriver that came with the plane, with the propellers. Okay, let's put that aside. And have some tape, some good tape that I will use to strengthen the wings. Okay, put that aside. And of course I have the glue that I used last time, the last video, that I broke the same tip, same wind, so it worked pretty well and it worked fine. And I will use this gun, silicone gun, to glue, mainly to glue this the aileron, see if I can actually stay there. And of course I have the servo here. No big deal. Alright, my friends, so let's go for it. What else? Okay, the tips of the wind. Okay, as before I told you I'll show you how I put this baby together. It has two little screws in here that you have to turn them around like that, put them in parallel, and then just push this thing upwards. Now the main landing gear, okay, has a little screw here. I don't know if you see it. It has a screw here, there. So I'm just gonna remove that for you. Screw is out, and let's pull the landing gear. See if I can actually do it properly for you guys, and I don't break the plane. Okay, it's out. Fantastic. All right. Let's take the LED lights. The LED lights, if you see, they have connector in here into the inside of the electronics. So let's open the electronics box. It has a little screw there. And let's there you go. It's open. And see here, I don't know if you see it properly. If you see it here, it has the connector here, so we're gonna pull it carefully. There you go. It's out. Okay, so we're gonna put back the cover of the electronics. Okay, the first thing is carefully we're gonna remove these little lights that are broken up. It's gonna tear up the paint in my plane. My God. Okay, just do it carefully. There you go. Let's remove the LED lights. So here, all LED lights are removed. Now next step, we're gonna extract the propellers. I always wanted to do this because I never done this before. So if you look at the propellers, we're gonna do the broken one first. If you look at the propellers, of course you got what is called a spinner. You heard that many times, beginners. Spinner. This spinner is shaft, right? So the thing you have to do is with this little screwdriver, actually fix the hole. Just fix the propeller by the screwdriver in the hole of the spinner. Okay, there's only one way I think it can go. One part of the hole is bigger than the other one, so there you go. So it can go one way. Now, how are we gonna unscrew the spinner? If I'm trying to unscrew this, unscrew is gonna go clockwise, anti-clockwise. So you have to unscrew anti-clockwise. But if you see, if I turn the screwdriver with the spinner, the engine also spins. Sorry. So what you have to do is hold the propeller, and with a little bit of force, you're gonna press downwards, and you're gonna press downwards the other direction, the spinner. And see, but careful, huh? Don't try to force it too hard. So hold the propeller with your hands and with the screwdriver turn around and see the spinner. Now you can unscrew the spinner. See, this is the shaft of the engine. As you can see, it has some threads and this will screw back in there. So don't lose the spinners. Okay, so we do one and now we do the next one. This one we have to be careful because the engine is broken. In this case, we're going to hold the engine in our hands, insert the screwdriver in the spinners. It doesn't go this way, so we'll insert it the other way. Okay, there it is. As you can see. Now we're going to press downwards this propeller, and we'll press downwards the screwdriver, so this is going to go, the force is going to go clockwise, and the force for the spinner is going to go anti-clockwise this way. Alright, so let's go. It's soft, nice and softly. Okay. Oh, I think. I don't know what's going on. This one is harder. Let me try one more thing, because I think I'm pushing the screwdriver this way, so it might be going the opposite way. I haven't tried that one. Okay, so to do that, I'm gonna push the screwdriver this way, so it's gonna go clockwise, and the force I'm gonna apply in the propeller is gonna go this side, so it's gonna go counterclockwise. So let's do that. Oh, look at that, it's easier. So actually, I was doing it the wrong way. Okay, so okay, don't lose the spinner. Okay, so just for your information, one goes this way, anti-clockwise, and this guy goes clockwise. All right, so we're gonna take the propeller out, and if you can see, of course, again, this follows the same thing. You have I don't know if you see it properly here. You have some threads in the shaft, and then you will insert the propeller, and then the spinner. See, and the spinner will spin with the engine, but it will keep the propeller in its place and avoid to fly away. All right. So propellers are out. Everything is out. Okay, my dear friends. Let's do that. Let's open the glue, see if it goes, if it's not dry. I don't think it's gonna dry because I used this last week to fix my plane. This same plane. Remember, I have another video posted. Alright, so what we're gonna do, I see if I can actually show you properly. I'm just gonna put the glue here inside, so it goes all the way here like that. Okay, like that, and then the side over here, see? Okay. On the glue, make sure it goes on the foam. This is it's good for foam. It's not gonna burn out the foam. Do not use super glue, because super glue, as I said before, it will eat the foam. So just place the foam on the cracks here like that. Alright. This is supposed to be full of my hand. Okay, cover the glue so it doesn't dry. And carefully we're gonna put it in place like that. Try to, there you go. We'll put it standing up like that, and make sure, or at least make sure it is straight, straighter as you can be, right? With your finger, just make sure it goes through the cracks in there like that. You have some glue, good glue, and you have all the parts. You can fix the foam. It's easy to fix it, especially this plane. And also I have found out that there are a lot of parts available in AliExpress. What about the plane? So maybe I should buy a new fuselage. Let's keep pushing. Alright, and let's Make sure it dries up a little bit so before we go to the next one. I don't know if you see this or if you see this, what I've done to make sure that the engine doesn't keep falling out of place. What I've done is I place a tape around it, all the way around here. It holds the plane in place and goes around this way. So the two ends, this end here, and the end of the tape will hold the engine in place. And then also I put two boxes in here, so the engine, so the plane stays in the same level surface. So the plane, the engine sticks in there. It doesn't fall, it doesn't keep falling. The gravity does not affect the engine. So in the meantime, okay, we can do some gluing and try to glue tip of the wing that it fell off. So I hate to see my plane broken down, because I was learning to fly and I actually was having a lot of fun with it. But you know, these rookie mistakes happens all the time. And another tip, as I already told you, please do not buy an expensive beginner plane to start with. That's the tip from RC screw up, that I screw up my planes twice already in 3 flights, sorry. And look at that. We're gonna fix this baby. So it's not all the way broken. So what we can do here carefully is to stick the glue inside. And since this is not difficult part, we can actually, here, I don't want to push it, move it too hard because the engine is drying up, and I don't want to spread this too much because I don't want to break it. So just open it a little bit and just stick the glue in there, right? Just press. All right. Cover it up a little bit with I don't know, with your fingers or something else. Yeah, just make sure, just spread it around. All right, just make sure that later on that you can turn around. There you go. The other thing we're gonna do, as well as this one, is tape it around. Okay, we have this light tape, strong tape that I use for my slot cars. Yeah. Okay. So okay. So what we're gonna do is stick it in there and just do the same thing as before, as the other one. Make sure there's some tension, and there is some tension in it. All right. Okay, guys, so let's try to fix this tip of the wing. It's broken in 2 pieces. That one over here, I was lucky I found this piece. This, the little piece, also fell off. I was lucky I found it because it was the field was full of bushes and weed, and they were, I couldn't find it, and I found the piece, and near this place where I found this wing, this part of the wing, I found this little piece. Thank God I found it. First thing we're gonna do is fix this little baby here. And again, let's put some glue around it. Okay. Okay, glue put in there, and then it's gonna stick some glue as well in here. Let's see if you can see it. Okay, fantastic. So we let it dry out. Good thing about this piece is goes all the way, so that's the easy piece. I managed to pull the side of the wing. So for this part, we're gonna do the same thing. Okay, as before, we're just gonna spread the glue everywhere, and then we spread the glue also in the wing. There. Let's stick it together. Alright. This part is easy as well, so alright. Press it together. Okay. And with the hand, this finger, and spread the excess. It seems like it's ready to go. And see, we put a little screwdriver to support the tip of the wing so it moves, it doesn't fall. You just push up, just pull up, I guess. Okay, we're gonna let it sit like this for a while, and then we'll do the hard part, the aileron. I'm just gonna tell you how we're gonna do it. We're just gonna put some glue around here on the side and on the side of the aileron here as well, and to see if it does it. Otherwise, I'll have to buy a new fuselage. If it doesn't stick in there, we'll see what happens. Anyway, when I crashed it, it cracked straight, right? It went back. So that was a bad luck, bad shot. Alright, my friends, after a couple of days on letting the plane rest, you can see that I have my engine all fixed up. What is the wing? This part of the wing also is fixed up, the tip of the wing. I have the other engine fixed up as well. And my work thrown to the trash if I don't fix this aileron here. But I'm hoping that this glue and some silicone will work on it. And the servo will have enough power to move these things around. We'll see. The first step is to put the aileron here with the servo. Put it on the support here. I have some flashcards to hold the aileron in place, and then glue it. So without further ado, let's go and see if this works. So okay, so what I'm gonna do here, as you can see, I'm just putting some glue around where the aileron broke. So the next one is to put it here, around here in this line. I don't know if you see it. The plane is held by the supports. Let's try to place the servo in here like that. Alright, and let's glue here like that. Okay, and with the support here, which is already measured, there you go. Uh-oh, like that. Okay. So it seems like it's holding pretty well there. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is to let it dry. Where my finger is pointing. Let me see if I can actually, with a cutter, show you. See here, here and here, there are some holes because, of course, I guess some foam flew away from in the crash and lost it, the little pieces. So I'm gonna try to fill all that with some silicone. We let the aileron dry for a couple of days to make sure the glue got really dry, and see what happens. Look at that. I think if you turn it, the aileron down, look, and returns back, and it goes back again. If you go like that, down, up, it's not going that bad. So I'm pretty confident that this will work. We'll see what happens. So we're just gonna fill it up, the little holes. Okay, so carefully. Yeah. there, and there. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do with a little spatula is to make sure the silicone goes there. And what we're gonna do is see if we put a little bit there in the spatula and make sure and just spread it around the holes there. So there. I think if you can see here, the holes are filled out with silicone. We had an issue, so we're gonna take the glue. There, and the little spatula or the little toothpick or whatever you have, you just make sure you level it out. And we're just gonna let it dry for a couple of days, or a couple, one extra days. Make sure. Okay, we fix the holes, and then place everything together. Yeah, take everything, all the tape around the engines, put everything back together and see if it flies. Take it to the field and try it out. So.
Good morning, my dear friends at Zasca channel. Finally, we got the plane fixed. We put the propellers back on there. The engines are okay. We put the wingtips on the side of the wings. The aileron seems to be fixed. I tried yesterday and it worked more or less okay. So we'll see how it goes today. We have 4 batteries, so we'll test it. So hopefully it will work. Now, first of all, we're gonna taxi the thing on the ground to see if I place the propellers properly. Supposed to be the propellers move counterclockwise, and this as well moves counterclockwise. So I'm gonna taxi and see if it goes forward. If it goes forward, then that means it's working, and I'll push it back in the air. All right, guys, we've changed the left propeller. I think that was it was going counterclockwise and it was not working, or counterclockwise is not working. So let's see if now we fix it. Let's go for it. Let's okay. Position throttle. No, it's not working. Oh, now it is. Okay, now it's working. So let's go take off. Let's get it vertical. So let's turn on the engines. Alright, it's working. We're putting in 6 mode. Alright. It's working! We made it work! Let's take some altitude. Wow! Wow, so we made it work. It's flying. I'm so proud. Phew. Fantastic! Let it go the sticks. We use some rubber. It's working pretty well after all the crash that I had. Let's take some altitude. There you go, full throttle now. It sticks vertically okay. Let's go down a little bit. Okay, so let's go to land a little bit. All right.